All right, so it's like 4 a.m. right now. You know that the trash man came by and emptied the dumpster outside my hotel room window at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Who does that? You know, hold on one second. Okay, so I got a video shoot with DennisKirk.com, not Dennis Kirk himself. All right, I had to stop the video and say I'm clearly not there anymore. I've been going through this footage to try and figure out how to piece this together, and I guess not good at vlogging and continuing the story. It's something I need to work on, but there's some interesting stuff in here to check out and to see how the video is done, and then I'm gonna show it at the end. I'm gonna show the video. We're gonna watch it for the first time together because I haven't even seen it yet. They just emailed it to me, so we're gonna go through this, and then at the end we'll watch together and see how it turned out. All right. Anyway, this video is kind of off topic from what we normally do, but it's still ATV related. And it's something different. I think it's gonna be a fun afternoon. I got a couple hours of driving, so let's hit the road. Oh, it's about to get real with donuts. Oh yeah, check this out. I just went in there for donuts. They got cinnamon bagels with sausage and cheese. Oh, it's gonna be a good day. Mr. Horton, you need to start coming to Wisconsin. Nothing to do with the video. Let's hit the road. All right, so I'm out here at the site where we're doing some of this shooting, and I've got Chad here. Say hi,
hey,
Chad.
everybody.
And as it just happened, so we got here, we started with some voiceover, and you guys will see this whole clip when it's done. The reason I wanted to show you this is two things. One, we just spent like 30 minutes sitting in the car here filming, and we weren't recording anything. So that's always fun and not aggravating at all.
And I'm quote unquote a professional, so.
That's, so if I do it, at least if, I actually feel good because if a professional does it, I don't feel as bad. I'm gonna film the next like just 2 minutes of this to show you, because when you see the end clip, this is gonna kind of put in perspective when some of these videos are created, just like how weird and random it is, right? Because we're literally sitting in a truck right now, and this will be part of the voiceover. I got into riding ATVs on mistake, actually. I rode an ATV for the first time when I was 16 years old, and I knew the second I sat down and took off that would be something that I would do for the rest of my life, and I have ever since.
In that vein, what would you say your favorite memory of riding is? If you could choose just one.
When I was in my mid-20s, I went up there with my wife. We had 2 young kids at this point, and we spent the whole weekend just riding. My wife was there, my kids were there. It was one of their first years actually out on the trails. Our grandparents were there. We spent the whole weekend riding, and our grandparents have a cabin in the woods, and it's only accessible by ATV. So we rode in, we camped, we hung out, we built fires, we grilled food. It was one of the best weekends of my life.
See what I mean? Your answers are much better this time. They were great last time. They're much
See, now I think you're lying. Now I think
no,
the last
that
one
was because that one was much more fluent, and like you talked more about your family and everything, which was really cool.
Can we do just like the last couple steps of you walking up? So
yeah,
gloves and hat. Okay, I'm gonna start here and pan all the way around.
Okay.
So
do you want me at one fluid motion? Put the gloves down, put the helmet on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ideally. So hopefully you're setting the gloves down as I get to about here, and then starting to put the helmet on as I round the corner. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That should work.
Sounds good.
All right. Ready when you are.
All right. I'm way ahead of you, aren't I?
You are.
Okay. Felt like I was way ahead on that one. I'll start a little further back.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
You want to just give me so I'll kind of just hang out like this, and when your view lines up, you just give me a signal, and I'll start to snap her down.
Cool. Go for it. Sweet.
All right, so we just got done shooting that commercial and I realized two things, and I'm gonna show you the footage here in a minute. I wanted to insert this here and say two things. One, as it turns out, I'm really bad at vlogging because I didn't record near enough footage, so that's something I need to work on. And number two, it's just super cool process. So out of the corner of my eye as I'm talking to you right now too, I can't help but notice that I've got all these donuts that I haven't even eaten yet. So it's gonna be an awesome 3-hour drive home. So as you can see, this whole thing it's not Hollywood, right? And I'm sure like Polaris, when they do theirs and they have the drone shots and everything swooping in and they're in the desert, you know, that's probably more of a production, but a lot of the ATV commercials, like the smaller ones and the ones that brands and companies do, this is kind of how they're done. So I just want to provide that insight. You know, it's different, right? Like it's probably not what you expected. And now we're gonna look at the finished product. So I haven't watched this either. We're gonna see what it looks like, because this videographer, he was awesome, and I think it's gonna turn out great. So let's watch it and we'll see how it went. I rode an ATV for the first time when I was 16 years old. And I knew the second I sat down and took off that would be something that I would do for the rest of my life. If I had to choose just one memory that I've taken away from riding ATVs, it would have to be riding up north. Our grandparents have a cabin up there, so when I was in my mid-20s, I went up there with my wife. We had 2 young kids at this point, and we spent the whole weekend just riding. My wife was there, my kids were there. It was one of their first years actually out on the trails. Our grandparents were there. We spent the whole weekend riding. We rode in, we camped, we hung out, we built fires, we grilled food. It was one of the best weekends of my life. My name is Chris, and I'm a Dennis Kirk rider. That was awesome. So you saw what it was, and then he turned it into that, just from, you know, those different shots and everything else. I mean, I'm impressed. I thought that turned out fantastic. I mean, when you remember back, right, like we shot the audio in my truck, and then we did some stuff on the side of the road and some stuff, you know, on a farm and just different shots. But I think it turned out fantastic. Like I said, this was totally kind of just off the cuff. I wanted to make this kind of show you a different angle of how some of these types of commercials are shot. So that's it. It's not sponsored by Dennis Kirk or anything like that. Not that they're not great, but you know, that it's not any sort of promo or anything like that. So that's all I got. I hope this video was enlightening. Let's go with enlightening. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you on the trail. Oh, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Yep. That's it.